All right, and we're back. Welcome to another show. My name is Gerard. This is my little brother Alex, and we are your hosts of this week's episode of the GAJ Podcast. Welcome one, welcome all. If you've been here with us before, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. And if this is your first time here, thanks for checking us out. Either way, we are hoping that you find us entertaining enough to maybe at least check us out twice. I'm going to ask for twice. I feel like twice, got to give everybody a second shot. If you still don't like us, then, won't be offended. If you have any comments, throw them down there. Especially if you've been here. If you haven't been here before, give us a little wavy emoji. We'd love to shout you out. And welcome you to the audience. Let's see. What do we got today? Oh, yeah. Kind of some of the usual stuff. If you are new, consider subscribing. If you see my lovely fiance Ashley, consider saying hello to her in the comments. That is something we like to call the Ashley Cameo Challenge. It hasn't really caught on yet, but I'm still hopeful. And if you've been with us since the beginning, you, just like us, miss JR. He's so busy working, sleeping, and then getting up and working some more. But he'll be back around one day, and we will welcome him back with open arms. All right, getting into it. If you know us, you know what our first one is. It's Mom's Spaghetti. I think I'm going to lead off with showing everybody what our mom had for dinner. So let me bring this up really quick here. Uh-oh, where did it go? Maybe I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I do. Let me share this with you guys. Mom's been eating pretty healthy lately. I don't know if you've noticed, Alex, but she's doing a pretty good job of it, and everything looks pretty good. I know you like this, because I do. I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's like beef, potatoes, green beans, a little garlic fried rice, and it looks like she had a few...
Are you trying to put it up, the visual up on, or are you just looking at it?
I realize you can't see it, can you? Sorry about that. Yeah. Nice healthy serving of meat and potatoes. Looks like she didn't do too much to the meat so that it's, not sugary and all that. But she got some green beans and I don't know what else is in there. Some peas maybe? I don't know. That's my kind of thing. And it looks like she made some garlic fried rice, which if you're Filipino, you know that very well. So thank you, Mom, for the contribution to this week's episode or segment. Alex, what is your contribution to Mom's Spaghetti this week?
I had meatballs today. Nothing too
I like
special.
meatballs, man. I think it's a good one.
Arugula. I realized there is a lot of sugar in marinara sauce.
Oh, yeah. Well, tomatoes.
Fun. So, and I also found out that I have a old thing of Alfredo sauce that I haven't used yet. So I was like, I better use that up before it goes expired.
Yeah,
so
that's not a bad idea.
Over the weekend, I tried I did just meatballs with Alfredo sauce. It's okay. It's not great. So what I started doing is just mixing the marinara and the Alfredo sauce. So create a vodka sauce.
Kind of like I guess that's kind of like a...
Probably not good for you, but...
Probably not.
There's arugula in there.
Yeah. I like meatballs, though, because they're easy, right? You can either stick them in the oven or just let them cook in some sauce for a little while. And you can do a lot of different things with them. I mean, if you don't want to do, marinara sauce or Alfredo sauce, put some barbecue sauce on there, or even teriyaki sauce. It's pretty good. I've eaten them. I've just kind of had them with rice before. That's kind of like a half step from ramen noodles. But
ramen noodles has, I I have a little bit of ramen noodles left. I had one of them over the weekend. It has absolutely no nutritional value. It's just the worst thing to put in your body.
It's terrible. It's like so like
carbohydrates,
sodium, carbohydrates. Yeah. Ironically, that's what I had for lunch today. I had a breakfast meeting, so I wasn't like starving. I was like kind of limited on time, so I went to Aldi and grabbed like a thing of ramen noodles and Vienna sausages. That's what I had for lunch. Dinner was a little bit better. This is actually something that Ashley made last night. It was pretty good. It's I guess it's kind of like a green curry with like lentils and chicken, and then obviously there's some herbs, cauliflower and broccoli, I don't know if they're green beans. I don't know what they are. But it was pretty good. And she put it on top of rice for me because I like rice. It kind of tasted like mongo. Remember mongo?
Yeah, I never really liked mongo.
Oh man, I love it.
I would eat it now though, because it's kind of one of those things that I eat. I didn't like it when I was a kid, but I'd eat it now just because it's nostalgic. It's kind of like what's that soup? There's a Filipino soup. I can't remember.
Sinigang?
I know you like it.
Is it sinigang?
It's sinigang. Yeah. So
yeah.
If I go to a Filipino restaurant, sometimes they just give you free sinigang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take it and I'll eat it. And it tastes like sour piss. It reminds me of my childhood.
It's delicious. It doesn't taste like sour piss.
Tastes like piss with fish sauce.
The girl at the Filipino restaurant here in Kansas City, whenever I go there, it's kind of funny because their servings are not like I'll go there for lunch every once in a while, but their servings just aren't very like lunch portion-y. They're like 2 dinners. But she'll still give me sinigang. I'm just like, this is awesome. I've taken it home before. But sometimes you just, when you live out here in the mid-coast, like, it's not that accessible and you don't always want to go to the restaurant. So when you have it, it's just like you kind of go to town on it. So, but anyway, Ashley's been keeping it pretty healthy. She's been getting pretty creative. So it's not just chicken and rice all the time because she's getting pretty strict on the diet and working out. But this was pretty good. You know what I did though? I dropped some chicharron in there.
Of course. How to make it unhealthy?
Yeah, I didn't go too crazy. Like it was just a couple pieces here and there, every couple of bites, just to give it some crunch, and because it made me think of mongo that I used to put chicharron in. So yeah, mom's spaghetti, and then of course, love making breakfast when I have time for it on the weekends. So this was actually, you can't see it, but there's 100 grams of rice underneath there, 3 eggs over medium, and a little bit of bacon. I skipped the cheese this week because, that was the most unhealthy part of it all. But I love breakfast, so I made myself a nice little breakfast this weekend. All right. Moving on. Out and about. What'd you get out and do this past week? Anything cool?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Watching football. Watched the Penguin. Penguin finale came out, and
oh yeah.
Of course, it ends in a kind of Game of Thrones type fashion. So, Penguin finale's out.
We're gonna end up watching it because Ashley's been wanting to watch it, so I think I am gonna watch that one with her.
Watch the Batman too. We'll watch the Batman first.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because it flows. It goes to the Batman. There's the Batman, then it flows into the Penguin, and then supposedly the Penguin flows into the Batman Part 2.
What about like the Joker movies?
The Penguin season 2.
What about the Joker movies? Are they all tied in or no?
Joker's something separate. The Joker.
Okay.
There's rumblings of a Joker TV show in that same universe, though, which would be after the next Batman movie.
So the Batman, then the Penguin, and then what's after that one?
Nothing yet.
Oh,
Not until May 2026.
oh,
We get
okay.
the next Batman movie.
So the Batman, is it like a series or is it a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a movie, but the Penguin is a series.
Penguin's a TV series, yeah.
Got it. I think it's just called Penguin, isn't it? Not the Penguin.
I think it's the Penguin. It doesn't matter. If you go on Max, it's one of the first things that pops up. It's so popular.
It's
going to get awards. It's going to be deemed one of the best shows on television this past year.
No kidding. Well,
it's got that whole drama. It's got good acting. It's got good characters.
Speaking of TV, I don't think you watch this, but Yellowstone is back, and it is without the star Kevin Costner. Spoiler alert: they stage a suicide. They make it look like a suicide, but they make it pretty clear that he didn't commit suicide, which, if you watch the show, if they would have just gone straight to suicide, it just wouldn't have even been believable. So they got to it pretty quick that it was kind of a setup, and he was more likely murdered.
And that resulted because of Kevin Costner apparently was being an asshole.
Well,
the show.
I guess they had tried to make some contractual changes to accommodate different schedules, and he had been really there's always a few different sides, right? He's been working on that Horizon saga for a while, and based on all the changes they were trying to make, it sounds like he just was never going to have time to do it, and he'd been wanting to do it for a long time, so he finally decided he didn't want to accommodate the changes anymore, so he could actually work on Horizon. The unfortunate part is, one, it's crazy, like just the first chapter or first movie, whatever. It's fucking long. It's like 4 hours. No, I think it's like 3 hours, but that's long. And it didn't do very well in the theaters. So bad.
Oh yeah, they're not going to continue that. I heard about that.
Well, I think they are, but what they did was, the way I read it is, they pulled the second movie, or they delayed it, right? They kind of pulled it from being released, like it was about to be released, or it did get released, and then they pulled it really quick because what they decided was the first chapter needed more time to catch on. They needed more people to have time to watch it, because it's 3 hours long. So admittedly, I didn't watch it right away because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, but if it didn't make any move in the theaters, and they're going to rely on streaming, that's not going to help it. They're going to look at the loss and say, well, we really can't justify making this continue on.
That's true. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think he's pretty committed to it, so I think they are still going to do.
He's got to fund it himself and lose a shitload of money, of his own money.
Well, I think he's already gotten the investment, so
they won't make it. They'll pull their investment. They'll say we can't make this.
I don't know.
We lost $500 million on the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of hope, because I'm interested now. You can say hi.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Said, hey, how's it going? You can talk
Just
for a second.
go to speaker, dude.
I'm not good at switching it.
I won't crash this week. I just wanted to stop in and say hi. I just got home.
Hey,
how's
has
your
Taylor
week?
Swift stopped by again?
No.
All right.
No.
Boring.
Hopefully soon. Maybe she'll come in for Thanksgiving.
Oh, Taylor Swift?
Or Christmas. Maybe she'll have a Christmas party there. That would be awesome. But
Maybe.
no luck. But anyways, I'll let you guys get back to it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Poppy.
All right.
Oh.
So that was the
Millie,
one and only Ashley and
Millie says hi too.
Millie.
Photo bomb. Puppy bomb.
Puppy bomb. All right. So, yeah. I guess Taylor Swift was not in the restaurant tonight. Interesting segue though. I didn't bring the article up, but apparently, and I literally read this like 20 minutes ago. I only read the headline, so I don't actually know if it's true. Apparently, Patrick Mahomes' house and Travis Kelce's house were burglarized within 48 hours of each other.
How bad is their security system if they still get burglarized and they're
I'm gonna call and be like,
hundreds of millions of dollars?
I can fix that for you guys because you need help. Shouldn't have to do that.
Did you say anything significant was stolen?
I literally just read the headline. I didn't read the story at all. So I don't even know if it was real or what it was. Because I only saw it once, and it's not coming up on anything like local. I don't even know where I saw it. I think it was like at the bottom of an article. So I don't know if there's any truth to it, and if there is, I don't know how much truth there is to that. I just saw it and wasn't even sure if it was a credible source that I was looking at it from. Like it was I think it was like at the bottom of a list of articles where
it's on NBC News, so it's gonna be credible. Stuff.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look it up much past seeing it, and I didn't have time to read it, so I didn't put it on.
It was last month.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's not something I have. October 6th and 7th.
Well, that's weird. Well, they're going to be increasing their security for sure, because they both live in like very private gated communities. I'm pretty sure anyway.
It says Mahomes is 28 miles south of Kansas City.
I don't think he's that far.
Well, okay. Apparently, I'm reading fake news then.
Oh, maybe yeah. I didn't think so. I thought he lived in.
This is Dalton, Missouri.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, from downtown, because I used to work in Belton, so. I don't know. Maybe it is 28 miles. I don't know. Well, yeah, you know what? Where he is, where I think he lives, because it's kind of away off the highway too. So, Belton, I'd say it's probably about 20 miles. So if you add in getting to his house, yeah, that might be about right. But yeah, and I think Travis Kelce built a house down there too. I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah. Oh, shoot. By the way, so it is Tuesday as of the recording. It's the day after Veterans Day. So real quick, happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans and service members out there. We appreciate your service. And in addition to that, I just want to applaud the businesses who do take the time to honor veterans. This happens all over the country, but there are businesses everywhere that have special offers for vets and service men and women. So I think that's kind of a cool thing. I'd love to one day own a business where I could show my support and respect for those that have served by giving them whatever. A free meal for the day, free movie. I think AMC did $1.50 movies. Baby Bop was doing a free bowl. Chili's did something. Denny's, Golden Corral. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully you had a chance to take some time out to honor those that have fought and served for our country. So happy Veterans Day, everybody. Since we were talking about football a little bit, did you see the greatest touchdown celebration of the season?
No.
Let me bring this up. I'm not going to be able to show it, but I'll bring the article up. So Cam Bynum from the Vikings scored a touchdown and basically did
the ray
Gun's
gun
dance
Okay.
in the end zone.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't know if that was new or if that was.
There it is. There's a picture of it. I don't want to do the video because I don't want to get copywritten, but
Yeah, you'll be fine. You won't be copywritten. Well,
nope.
no, you're right.
We've gotten it before.
NFL's
So this is on
pretty
TMZ Sports. But yeah, oh my God, it was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, look up Cam Bynum touchdown celebration, and you'll see it. I mean, and he was just spot on with it, man. It was awesome.
strict. He's been practicing that since the Summer Olympics.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. When those guys are standing around during practice, you know they're practicing. That's why they all have their own like different handshakes for each player and all that. But they're actually talking about doing some sort of like collaboration in the off season. So Cam Bynum and Ray Gun may do a collaboration dance off or something. Oh, I think this will just
retired, and then news that she didn't retire, and then I don't know where it actually landed.
She's a B girl. Like you just kind of do it or you don't. I don't know if there's like anything that it says you're retired and can never do it again.
I think she said she was done.
Well, yeah, I think
She's also, on the older side. I think during the Olympics she was 36 years old.
And it would be tough to like have that coming down on you like that. People, especially like people just hating so hard. They're like trying to sue the Australian Olympic Committee. Like, get out of here, man. Or sue, like, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna sue for. If you didn't like what was playing, you should have changed the damn channel.
Well, they're not going to have it on the next Olympics.
And it's not going to be in the next Olympics anyway.
It
so
sucks. I'd rather see it stay in. Especially it's going to be in freaking Los Angeles.
I like watching that, but I don't know that I like it in the Olympics. But that's just me,
I'd like to see it.
I do like watching the B-boy stuff. I actually like watching the groups more.
He's not.
Like the dancers.
That football player's not the first person to mimic that dance. There was in the UFC. There's a UFC event in Australia, probably maybe a month or so ago, and some girl won. I saw a girl from Australia won, and she did the dance.
That's
in Australia.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't. Well, yeah. Here in America, Cam Bynum took it up, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm glad Ray Gun took it in good spirits and is even potentially gonna, I guess, come out of retirement to collab with Cam Bynum. So we'll see if that happens. If it does,
unless he's an actual break dancer and not just someone that's practicing that dance for the past 4 months.
Look, we all saw Ray Gun. He probably thinks
it's better.
Yeah, whatever. And I don't know. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. I don't know if could you hear that?
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right. Next story I want to ask you about. It's coming up this Friday. Iron Mike Tyson versus YouTuber turned fighter Jake Paul. Mike looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, 58 years old, bro. I want no piece of that.
Jake Paul went from fighting washed up, retired 40-year-olds to old 60-year-olds. And Mike Tyson had to pull out of the fight originally because he had health issues he had to deal with. So it's one of those. It's a circus show. It's on Netflix. It's going to be it's for Jake or Logan or whichever Paul.
I may have to blur this out later. I'm not sure if this is copyright or not. It's supposed to be a public.
Or whichever Paul Bunyan brother that is. It's a lose-lose. Like, do you beat up a 60-year-old and think you're awesome, or do you get beat up by a 6-year-old and think, hey, I hung on?
Yeah,
I fought a legendary fighter about 40 years after he was good.
All right, so here's a question. Oops. I'm trying to just pull that video off. Whatever. my question is, one, okay, first one, are you going to watch it?
Well, I don't have Netflix, but I do have meth streams.
Oh, so okay, so
meth
are you going to watch
it? Take care of it, then yeah, because I think it's Friday.
It's Friday, yeah.
It's kind of more on the earlier side for me because I think the event starts at 5 p.m. No one's going to care what happens before the event. I'm sure there's an undercard. No one cares. It's going to be like, what time
they're actually
Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
It's their co-headliner is I can't remember what the girls' names are, but they had a pretty epic bout. I don't know, last year or earlier this year. So they're gonna co-headline with, I don't know what their names are, but these two girls that went at it, and it was a pretty exciting fight actually. So I'm gonna try and check that fight out too. But all right, so you are gonna watch it if you can watch it. I am too. Who's your pick? Is Tyson gonna take him out?
I'll watch it.
Is Tyson going to take him out, or is
I think it'll be
Jake Paul going to continue his?
I think one is if this is going to be fixed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Because
I think Jake Paul takes out right? Mike Tyson's going to look like a 60-year-old Mike Tyson, who's gone through much brain damage and health problems. And wear and tear on his body for being 60 years old.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I think Mike can still throw and do some damage. What's going to get him is if he doesn't knock him out inside of the first 2-3 rounds. I think youth is going to take over, and youth and conditioning is going to take over, and he's going to get tired. Because don't get me wrong, I have no desire to get into a ring with Mike Tyson if he's trying to hit me at all.
I would, for the amount of money that they'll give you. I'm like, yeah, just take one shot and go down.
Yeah. Let's just make this
I'll be running as much as I can, and then as soon as he touches me, I'm going down.
Yeah. And I'm just going to stay there. But yeah, if Jake Paul can somehow elongate the fight, right, and make Mike have to come after him for getting into 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds, I think that's where Jake Paul might be able to start touching him up and have that youth on his side in terms of being able to be better conditioned, be a little faster, like have quicker hands. But if Mike catches him, it could be lights out. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I'm rooting for Mike Tyson. There it is. So
yeah, no one wants Jake Paul to win.
And he knows it.
People want to see him go down violently.
Oh, I think 99% of people want to see Tyson knock him out. Anybody else just happen to follow the Paul brothers on YouTube, and that's the reason they're rooting for him. That's it. So, anyway.
Last Friday I just remembered I did spend the whole night watching a bunch of fights because there were some fights in live fights occurring at the same time. One event that was in Bangkok, Thailand. The other one was in Dubai, and one of them there's a Filipino fighter named Jackie Buntan who's out in the LA area. We're connected through the same Muay Thai organization, but she won the championship for kickboxing. She's Filipino, but she was born here. She was born in, I think, Los Angeles.
Okay.
But she represents she wears the flag.
You should try and see if you can get some sparring sessions in with her.
Nope, I'm old. I've been at the gym though.
It'd be cool. Or just I don't know, hold pads for her and let her kick the shit out of them.
But I don't want to have to drive all the way up there for that.
Every once in a while, it'd be kind of cool to train with somebody like that at that level. I would think, anyway. I don't know.
Sure.
All right, let's get into something that we might get caught up on for a little bit, and that is the news. The Bears finally did something. They fired Shane Waldron. My question is...
Offensive coordinator for the Bears, if you don't know who that is.
Sorry, yeah.
Who replaced Luke Getsy, who got fired by the Bears last year.
Yeah.
Went to the Oakland Raiders, got fired this year too.
Yep. The difference is Luke Getsy's offense scored points. It was never enough, but they scored points. They had a lot of turnovers too, but they still scored more points than...
And they had less
Shane
talents.
And with less weapons. Definitely
Less
lower
weapons.
caliber weapons, for sure. So, I'm not going to lie. I don't think it was enough. I absolutely think they should have fired Flus also.
Yeah,
But
people are
you're
confident.
quarterback-
They know that the Bears are not going to do that because they typically do not fire coaches mid-season. Well, this is kind of an exception. I feel like it's kind of a half measure. Maybe
yeah, that's the
after this
problem.
weekend when the Bears play
When
Green
they get
Bay and probably get their ass
kicked by
knocked,
Green Bay. Yeah.
then maybe they'll change that and we'll see no more Eberflus. And then I don't know who's going to take over. I heard maybe the special teams coordinator, Richie Hightower, might take over.
What sucks is that, and there was a lot of mixed opinions when we decided that we were parting ways with Justin. I wanted to part ways with Eberflus too, because I wanted, if we were going to get a new quarterback, I wanted a new coach in there, just have the fresh start. Now we're going to do exactly what we did to Justin Fields, exactly what we did to Mitch Trubisky. Draft them with one coach. A year later, they're already with their second coach. So basically, we're doing the exact same thing to Caleb Williams. We're going to ruin him the same way we did to Justin Fields. Trubisky, I think, I still don't think Trubisky should have been the one that we drafted, especially since we traded up to do it. But I think he could have been better too. I think we're just making terrible fucking decisions with regards to coaching. Terrible fucking decisions.
It's
And
nothing new. It's kind of like
awful.
what the Bears do.
It's just annoying.
Bears are in a cycle.
I am borderline about to just abandon the Bears and go full-time Chiefs fan. At least the Chiefs are fucking undefeated.
That's so fucking lame, dude. That's like being a big
It
fucking
sucks.
bandwagon bitch.
Oh, I am absolutely...
Oh god, my
That's
team.
exactly what's happening.
It's like saying you.
I'm
that's
not
like
even
saying
afraid-
That, that's like
I'm not
that's like
even
off
gonna-
boarding off the Chicago Cubs because they lost for 117 years straight.
Well, I
Say,
still
no,
love
I'm
the
going to be a
Cubs, so I
Kansas
love
City Royals fan now.
But my problem is, it's so obvious what you need to do. Just rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Band-Aids, I don't know if you saw my tagline, but Band-Aids don't stop severe bleeding. We are bleeding severely. Take drastic measures now.
Yeah, I would never become a Rams fan or a Chargers fan just because the Bears suck.
Well, I mean, I do like the Chiefs, but it's also because they play the Bears like once every 3 years. So
Who cares?
there's hardly any
Bears.
conflict. And then I like the Royals because Royals
Typically,
fans don't like the
we could have been
Cardinals,
a
and
Bengals
Royals
fan
fans
or a
don't like the
Browns
White
fan,
Sox.
too.
What's that?
We could have been a Bengals fan or a Browns fan too. 'Cause we grew up in
Yeah,
Ohio.
I don't know why. Well, I mean, growing up, I liked the Browns. I didn't like the Bengals.
I would say like the Browns just have a soft spot for them. I have a soft spot for Cleveland teams.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Until the Indians had to play the Cubs in the World Series, and then I stopped liking the Indians as much. But yeah, it's just, I don't know.
We had an episode where we talked about our expectations for the Bears, and we kind of went through several things. And one thing I talked about, but we didn't actually get to show. I'll show it actually now.
Yeah, do it.
Put me up on screen.
Yeah, let me put I'll put
It was
there.
during the Super Bowl. Justin Fields was still the Bears quarterback, and CHGO Sports, Chicago Sports YouTube channel and podcast channel. They had people cycle in, and they had Chris Olave and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba, two wide receivers from the Ohio State University. Jackson Smith and Jigba plays for the Seattle Seahawks. Shane Waldron was just hired on, and this was making good rounds back then, but now it's come back because of what just happened. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get audio on this.
I'm not getting the audio.
And then Shane Waldron, what can you tell?
Oh yeah, I am.
To get this offense where it needs to go.
This is live. I'm playing. Good luck to y'all. I mean, he's a great person, great offensive coordinator. I was very lucky to have him my first year. Learned a lot from him. I think him and Justin will mesh well, and adding more guys around him, I think it would be great. So we'll see.
You're talking about Waldron or
Getsy?
That
you give the Justin in that situation, considering that the coach that's coming in.
Oh yeah, I mean he's gonna love Justin. So really, just Justin, be yourself and go make plays for real. That's it.
Fair enough. Bears fans are super.
But anyways, so that was. You can actually take me off now. But that was something that the CHGO Sports guys were like, well, what do we think of that?
That didn't sound very convincing.
11 months later, we're like, yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba was giving us a warning right there. If you go back to our episode where we talked about the Bears preseason and our expectations, it's like everything we said was just every concern has popped up. I mean, there's a Jackson Smith and Jigba that I brought up.
Not only has it popped up,
Caleb Williams being overhyped. Caleb Williams is overhyped. He's probably the fourth best rookie quarterback behind, freaking Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and even Drake May, who's just now starting. You're like, dude, that guy's better.
Who kicked our ass?
Very
by the
little
way.
improvement in offensive line. Of course, that you start to see that in pretty much every game. Keenan Allen is old, and he's showing it. He hasn't done shit.
The Bears this season are actually performing worse than I anticipated. I was fearful for the tank, and they're tanking even worse than I thought, man. They're not even 500 anymore, right? They're 4-5.
Yeah, I think they're under just sub 500.
Awful.
The Bears were better with less weapons last year, with another shitty offensive coordinator last year, and even shittier offensive line last year, and Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Justin Fields had chemistry with the current roster. They had, minus Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney was just not working right with Darnell Mooney. It's probably the coaching, because now Darnell Mooney's a freaking superstar in Atlanta. But
yeah. But here's
another concern was going to be that Justin Fields is a leader. He's the type of person that wins the locker room. And when you take that away, I kept wondering, like, who else are we going to lose because of that? And you see it with DJ Moore. DJ Moore doesn't seem to be in it anymore. Some of it may just be maybe he's always acted that way, but Justin Fields just made him a little bit better. But he just seems to be almost checked out. And Cole Kmet's kind of invisible. Cole Kmet, I feel like maybe that's a coaching, because the coaching's not. They're saying don't target Cole Kmet, or don't utilize him, or don't even have him play as many snaps as he should be. But Cole Kmet's a good tight end, a good receiver.
He was breaking out this year, and then all of a sudden, they stopped throwing to him. I'm first of all, I agree that in my opinion, Caleb Williams is definitely overhyped, but I think that in mind, I still think he should have been doing a lot better. He was not put into a good situation. They're ruining him. I think he could be great. I don't know. I agree. Like I said, I agree that he was overhyped. But I still think he could be great. Also, I think they're ruining him though. I think just they fucking ruined Justin Fields. They didn't help Mitch Trubisky at all. Mitch Trubisky could have been a sleeper, but he was in terrible coaching staff.
Caleb Williams is not worth moving on from Justin Fields. We could have got another year with Justin. If it doesn't work out, we go for Shadir Sanders or Quinn Ewers or Jackson Dart or Carson Beck. Carson Beck actually sucks. Maybe not Carson Beck.
Well, look,
Okay, we get Calvin Ford.
My opinion the whole time was, if we're keeping Flus, we should keep Fields. If we're getting rid of Fields, we should get rid of Flus too. Let's just start over. New coach, new quarterback, let's go. Because now we're doing, regardless of whether he was overhyped or not, now we're doing to Caleb Williams what we did to Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky. They're going to be on their second head coach in their second season already. I mean, Caleb Williams is 9 games in, and now he's on his second offensive coordinator, you know? And now
he's got... on some of the Bears podcasts, there's talks about, well, if we replace, maybe we just wipe it clean, which includes head coach, obviously the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback. Just like, all right, we kill one built another team.
Potentially all the big contracts and just start all the way over. It sucks because I like DJ Moore. I like Cole Kmet, you know.
They both just signed on long-term
contracts. Rome.
Oh, and by the way, Shane Waldron has a 3-year guarantee contract, so we're going to be paying that fucker for a long time. Oh. The Bears making decisions. With the Bears being what they are, I'm pulling for the Houston Texans now. And no secret. It's because of freaking the Ohio State connection there. CJ Stroud and Kate Stover. Kate Stover's
Let's say they got Stover too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
because I want to see Ohio State glory. I was pulling for the Steelers, but only for as long as they play Justin. If they don't start Justin, now they're starting Russell Wilson. I want them to lose.
Yeah. Well,
and now that's going to happen there because Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are both extremely cheap to Pittsburgh, but because Denver is paying Russell Wilson a ton of money for the contract. So it's going to be like, well, what do you do next year? Do you give Russell Wilson the bank, or do you go for Justin Fields, who should be cheaper? I mean, that's going to be his 5th year. He'll be cheaper no matter what, really.
Well, I suppose luckily, it sounds like a fair weather thing now because the Chiefs are good, but I was rooting for. I started liking the Chiefs when I got to Kansas City, just because it was like, you know, I lived in Milwaukee for 10 years and I couldn't like the Packers because I'm a Bears fan. I can't like the Brewers because I'm a Cubs fan.
I am hardcore Chicago and Ohio State, and that's not going to change. I've lived here. I've lived in Southern California for 20 years. I'm not becoming a Dodgers fan. I'm not becoming a Lakers fan. I'm not becoming a Raiders, Rams, Chargers.
Well, I don't like any of those teams.
Unless they get more Ohio State players. Then that's when things can change. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I got more Ohio State players.
Well, I mean, I don't mind rooting for the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. They're fun to watch. The games are fun. Tailgating's fun, so I don't mind rooting for them, except for when they play the Bears or...
Tailgating's fun for the Rams and the Chargers and the Lakers and the Dodgers. But I still say fuck them.
Oh, no. Like, tailgating's awesome at Kansas City. Like, it's a good time tailgating the Chiefs games. Not so much the Royals games. Tailgating's fun at the Royals games, but the Chiefs tailgates are pretty good.
I'm sure a lot of teams have great tailgates.
Good. Well, I mean, like, Bills Mafia, right? That's a legendary thing, right?
Yeah, I love seeing them lose.
Yeah, but their tailgates are legendary too, like fucking jumping through tables and shit. But anyway.
So are you going to become a Bills fan too? Because they have good tailgates?
I would love to tailgate in Buffalo. No, I'm not going to be a Bills fan.
Bills fan?
I live here in Kansas City, and they play my team once every 3 years, so I won't root for them then, and I won't root for them if it helps the Bears, but they're in opposite conferences, so typically if anything, they're helping the Bears because, like, they play the Packers, and I root for them against the Packers.
I'm a Bears fan. That's not going to change, no matter how much we suck or where I move to.
I'm never going to stop being
like
a
another
Bears
team.
fan.
I mean, I'll cheer for. I'll go for teams that have Ohio State players in key roles, like CJ, like especially at quarterback, CJ Stroud and Justin Fields. Or obviously, the more the Buckeyes, the more I like them. The only other time I'll switch, I start liking another team is if like we have a relative or maybe even a good friend that plays for that team.
Sure. Yeah, Actually, one of the guys that Ashley works with, his dad played for the Chiefs. But anyway, I hope the Bears figure something out. I'll tell you what, I have to think. Who'd they hire? What's his name? Taking over the OC position.
He was Thomas Brown, who was Thomas Brown. He was the in-game passing coordinator.
So, tell you what, I feel like maybe this is more of a should, but Flus needs that offense to pick it up. Flus needs things to change very, very quickly. Because I think if he doesn't, especially if he doesn't make the playoffs, I think he's out of a job. There's no way you can't put a team like that together, miss the playoffs, and then have the head coach keep his job. That's asinine. It's asinine. It's just so stupid. I think it's stupid that we're not firing him already.
The Bears have a terrible schedule coming up with playing the Packers twice, playing the Lions twice, playing the Vikings twice. That's 6 losses right there.
Yeah.
And I think there might be one team that they could possibly beat, but they'll probably lose to them too.
Yeah.
We're actually far worse than we were yet last season.
We're going to miss the playoffs. With all the firepower we have, we're going to miss the playoffs.
The playoffs are going to be hard anyway because just the division's absolutely
The division's
stacked.
tough. But
if you put us in another division, we'd still
miss. That's the problem. That's the thing. I get it. NFC Central, NFC. Are we the Central or the North? North, right? Whatever. Tough ass division the last couple of years. But look at who we have. We have great weapons. Fantastic, dangerous weapons, and we are just squandering it because our coaching staff fucking sucks.
So the Bears could possibly beat the Seattle Seahawks in the second to last game. By then, it's not even going to matter.
Maybe.
Like we're so far away.
They couldn't even beat the fucking New England Patriots, dude. Are they going to beat the Seahawks?
What's their record right now? 4-5. Same 4-5.
Yeah. You know who was worse? New England. We got our asses kicked.
Well, New England was also starting a different quarterback for most of the season. Not until like 2 weeks ago is when they switched to another quarterback that we should have drafted over Caleb Williams.
I would say the fact that they had to switch quarterbacks multiple times, they're in a bad spot, and they still kicked our ass.
They didn't switch multiple times. I think they just switched once. It was Jacoby Brissett was our starter, and Drake May was supposed to learn from him, like in the old days, like what they did with Green Bay was done with every quarterback they had.
Aaron Rodgers and even Jordan Love. And
by the way, Aaron Rodgers sucks, and it's awesome. I hold a grudge, and it stays forever.
Yeah.
The bad part is that he's thrown to Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson's awesome. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver that came out of Ohio State.
I think what hurt the most was when Aaron Rodgers, he scored a touchdown in Chicago, and he was like, I own you. I fucking own you. And what pissed me off wasn't that he was saying it. What pissed me off is that he wasn't wrong. He fucking owned us. He didn't lose a single game to Chicago. He still hasn't lost a single game to the Bears.
I want to see him play now. Now that he sucks.
It won't taste the same. It'll be like stale cake.
Yeah, we still get cake.
All right, fair.
Oh,
That's
God.
fair.
This guy see here's I'm on ESPN. It says Aaron Rodgers preaches patience with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I was actually watching some of that earlier.
No, you suck, Rodgers. Just kind of double checking my butt.
Oh,
guys, I hate always thinking about what we could have done in the draft, but I was like, stay with Justin for one more season. Could have had any top 3 wide receiver with Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr., bro.
Dude, out of the 3,
cool would that have been?
Out of the three, so Marv is good, but he's not getting targets as much as he should be, and that's kind of the problem. But when he gets targeted, he's good for the most part. Freaking Malik Neighbors, he's doing well, and his quarterback is Daniel Jones. And Roma Donze, you don't see highlights from.
No.
I'm not blaming
That's
that
why,
on Rome completely. I think it's more the Caleb and the coaching.
Yeah.
I saw
it's the coaching
a stat
first.
today. I saw a
Caleb
stat
might
today.
have been overhyped, but it's the coaching far more than it is Caleb Williams.
I saw an interesting stat today that shows Caleb Williams has less passing yards than Torrey Taylor's punting yards.
Yeah. Our most valuable rookie is our punter.
It's Torrey Taylor.
We had 2 top 10 picks, and our most valuable rookie is our punter.
Yeah, and I didn't finish my last thought, though. We could have gotten still a top 3 wide receiver. Any of those 3 would have been good. Of course, I'm gonna be biased toward Marv, but then we could also have gotten an offensive lineman. We could have gotten Joe Alt. We could have gotten Olufushanu. Instead, I think we didn't take an offensive lineman until like the 7th round. And that guy, no one even knows what that guy's name is.
Well, I mean, we took what's his name, Darnell Wright last year. That was supposed to be a stud, and he wasn't. Kept getting hurt.
What we have out of our offensive line, the guys that we did draft, Tevin Jenkins is, he might be waiting out, and Darnell Wright, same thing.
I don't know. When there's that many things wrong with who we have, coaching.
A lot of the coaches were fired, but who wasn't fired was the offensive line coach. He's still the same one from last year.
Well, him and fucking Eberflus.
He better be gone next year.
Just
he's not gone before that.
They all need to be gone. Just clean house, and hope.
You can't. I don't think you can clean house in mid-season, but you can get rid of
No.
head coaches and maybe their coordinator.
I think they should fire. You know what? If we're gonna miss the playoffs anyway, fucking fire them. I don't
think we even need to tank. I think we're just gonna get our ass kicked naturally.
Yeah.
God, look at the schedule right now.
And
Packers, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers.
So that's why I think we should fire him, because here's the thing. I feel like the players, they're losing the players. And it's because they're not making the moves that they need to make.
They lost the players already.
They already lost players. You start making moves, even if this season doesn't work out, if you get somebody in there that can win them and kind of show them something that makes them realize that maybe they're going in the right direction now, they can start moving up, start climbing uphill again. You'll get the locker room back and going in, and then be in a good position going into next season, because they'll have a taste of that head coach. They'll get a feel for, the offensive schemes and the defensive schemes maybe this year, and then go into training camp ready to go, because now they've done it a little bit, and they just sharpen all the bits and pieces. And then you go into next season ready to go. The season's already a bust. With who we have on paper, we're going to finish fucking last in our division.
I can't think of who
make the playoffs.
I think we just need to go into the trenches. If we get a number, top three pick, and there's no good offensive lineman, then we're just going to have to trade it back. See if we can get a haul.
Yeah. Just
the big names are going to be the quarterbacks, and unless we want to do a full reset and be like, all right, we're going to wipe off.
We're going to fucking wipe it clean. We had a good quarterback. We had somebody.
I would not be against that. I would not be against wiping it completely clean. Go head coach gone, offensive coordinator gone, quarterback gone.
That's fine. That's fine. But
let Caleb Williams be successful somewhere else, because he's not going to be successful here. And we draft. I don't know Quinn Ewers.
This is me being biased, but Justin Fields was becoming a very good leader.
He was a really good leader.
He didn't have to be the best quarterback in the league. he had the support of his entire team. He had the support of DJ. He had outspoken support of DJ Moore.
And if I was following the Pittsburgh Steelers, he went over to that locker room too.
Yeah.
They didn't want to see him. They didn't want to go back to, or they didn't want to go to Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson was always the plan.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson
Russell's
is actually doing well.
Whatever.
So it's kind of like, well, now Justin's just sitting on the sidelines.
But,
Well, at least he's learning, though. That's the thing, though. Justin can learn from a very experienced veteran.
I won't be mad if he comes into Chicago and just beats our ass.
I wouldn't mind if somehow the Bears acquired him. They're in a huge reshuffle.
Got him back for another just trade their 6th-round pick back for him.
That'd make DJ happy and make Cole Kmet happy. We gotta get rid of Keenan Allen.
Here's
That guy,
the thing: if you do it, you gotta get a better coach. Like instantly, if you're gonna try,
we're gonna get a worse coach.
Well, no, I mean you. Sorry, the point was you have to fucking fire our fucking coaching staff.
I think.
By the way,
I think it's
regardless,
pretty
you have to fucking fire our
Eberflus
coaching staff.
Eberflus will not be back next year.
He knows it, unless.
What we don't know is if Ryan Poles will be back.
Dude, Ryan Poles being shy on the trigger, I think is the reason he's going to be. That's a question. If he would just pull the goddamn trigger already.
Ryan Poles kept Velus Jones Jr. when he could have been traded for whatever round pick. Some teams were interested. And then Velus Jones Jr. ended up just getting cut from the team. We got nothing in return.
Well, look, I get that you have to take chances, but
he took too many chances for Velus Jones Jr. Well, Velus Jones Jr. is going to be known for muffing punts.
That's hardly the most offensive
kicking it to
thing.
The other team.
That's hardly like the most offensive thing he's done, though. Like, you put a great fucking team together, but you kept the fucking same garbage to try and get him to win. Like, if you were getting rid of your quarterback, get rid of the coach too, so we can just be clean slate. Like, now it's you bring in another head coach, and hopefully they're better, but they didn't draft Caleb Williams, so now it becomes another scapegoat deal. Like, I didn't draft him. Like, that's not. I didn't have a chance at whatever.
I'm not against letting go of Caleb Williams.
No, I'm not either.
Him. I thought it was overhyped. I'd be fine getting, I guess, Shador Sanders or Quinn Ewers.
The problem with my problem with Shador Sanders is
Deion tries to come along.
Huh?
Deion tries to come along.
Yeah, you got to fucking deal with his dad, and I'm not. I think that's just a whole nother
There's also another side effect's going to be that I don't know how many of these the more veteran players on the Bears are going to want to stick around for another full reset.
Yeah. That's why I'm almost wondering,
a lot of them weren't happy with this reset at quarterback. If you go, all right, well, we're pretty much just starting from scratch again.
Yeah.
We have to wait for this guy to be, we're going to wait for Quinn Ewers or whoever gets drafted to be good.
I think a lot of us were thinking the problem isn't the fucking quarterback. The problem wasn't the quarterback.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
They could have
gotten Justin weapons plus an offensive line.
Yeah.
Plus a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, you should
still the same shitty head coach.
You should have fired the fucking head coach and traded that number 1 pick for more first round picks.
Yeah, you could have traded back to number 4 and still picked up Marv, or picked up Joe Alt and then also get either Malik Neighbors or Roma Donze later on, or also get Olu
There's
Fashanu.
a lot of things they could have done and just gotten not only maybe
and possibly
2 good receivers, but
build up that
2
line
good receivers, but a couple of good offensive linemen. Because
the Bears had no second round pick this past draft. They could have traded back.
Who did?
Got a second round pick, which could help build even more of their offensive line.
Yeah,
but they didn't do it.
Ryan
Poles said, "I didn't draft Justin Fields."
Well, that's the problem. That's exactly why it's fine. Fine. You wanted to start with a new quarterback. You should have had another head coach too. Because now, and I actually, ironically, I was thinking about that, and then I saw a YouTube video on it. Somebody saying the Bears are doing exactly to Caleb Williams what they did to Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky. That is, they had a head coach who drafted that quarterback, and then that head coach was gone the next season because they were fucking terrible.
All right, we've been on this topic for too long. We're just repeating the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So Ohio State plays Northwestern at Wrigley Field this Saturday.
Dude, I wish I was going to that game. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Christina's
The
going.
thing is that Wrigley Field is small, so there's concern that the players are gonna freaking run into the wall and get hurt.
Yeah, but Northwestern's been playing games there for a while.
Doesn't matter. Northwestern doesn't have the athletic ability to hurt themselves.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're too busy doing like weird gay sexual stuff in the shower. The whole weenie wash scandal.
But no, Christina's going to the game. Like, that would be fucking cool to watch a football game in Wrigley.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. It's gonna be cold.
So cool.
Well, it'll be cold at Northwestern too.
Well, it's Chicago, so it's cold. It was still 70 degrees here, and then, ironically, there are residents in the building complaining and trying to say that it's probably illegal that they haven't turned on the heat, because we have boiler heat in the building, so either the heat's on or the air conditioning's on. And people are complaining, like, it was 70 degrees today, but people are still complaining, like, it's cold and it's so dangerous for people with kids. Like, put some fucking clothes on your kids. Like, it's not hard to dress warm. You know who can't dress cooler? People who are hot. So, anyway, I think that's going to take us into closing thoughts, because we are just crossing the hour mark. Go ahead, Alex. Give us a closing thought.
Pay attention to the details, because someone made a boo-boo with a kid's toy that was made for an upcoming movie, which I think is based on a very popular play. I don't know if it's a play. It's called Wicked, which is, I don't know what it's about, but the movie at least is going to star Ariana Grande and some other people who I don't know.
So Wicked is supposed to it's related to
Wizard of Oz, I think.
The Wizard of Oz,
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what it looked like to me. But, of course, it's going to come with that type of movie. It's going to come with toys. And what happened is that on the packaging, they put a website, wicked.com. It should have been wickedmovie.com, because wicked.com is a porno site.
Oh, we should have brought that article up and talked about that.
The headlines right now.
Oh my god, I'm going to look that up after we get off here.
Toy company that did the blunder is Mattel, who's actually up. I've been to their headquarters several times. They're up
That's
in
so
over by the LA airport.
Look that up. That's a good one.
But that got through many, many eyes that looked at it and said, "Hey, this is right. This is good." Now, how many people look at toy packaging and say, "Hey, I'm going to go to that website"? Probably not many, but someone saw it and it blew it up because they can, because it's going to get headlines.
Because of the debate we're having within our condominium community with regards to the boiler either being on cool or heat. Remember, we don't live in the Arctic. People who are running hot, like, they can only take off so many clothes. If you're cold, especially when the weather is still in the 70s, guys, put some clothes on. If you've ever lived in a winter, which there's winter here, you have warm clothes. So quit trying to complain like it's child abuse. No, it's you. The child abuse would be you not dressing your kids warm. Suck it up.
If I get cold, I just go into the sauna. Actually, I did that earlier today.
If I get cold, I put some damn sweatpants on, but it's not that cold. It's 70 degrees. Why would anybody turn the heat on when it's still 70 degrees outside? Anyway, those are our closing thoughts. We are closing up shop. Before we leave, I'd like to remind you to, if you wouldn't mind, leaving us a comments in the comments section, maybe liking the episode, and if you really hope we make it, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know when the new episodes are coming out. If you like to share ideas a little more anonymously, you can also shoot us an email at gagepodcast@gmail.com. All right, guys. It's time for us to get out of here, go to bed, get ready for work tomorrow. So we are going to call it. We're going to queue up some music, I think. Right? There we go. And yeah, I'd say that's another show. We'd like to thank you all for joining us for another episode of the GAJ Podcast. We will be back next week with another episode. Hope you join us. Until then, have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.